If you've been to Victoria, you've seen the capital of British Columbia decked out for tourists. This is not a story about that Victoria. As in many cities, there's a shadowland here. That shadowland is Altisic's office.
Okay, I think the thing that I'd like to say about homelessness is, boy, it's easy to happen.
You want a coffee also?
Just before daybreak, young and old emerged from the nooks and crannies where they spent a raw, rainy night.
Good morning, you made it. How are you?
All right.
Did you get a coffee?
Reverend Al greets them with hot coffee and donuts. At the next stop, a crowd is waiting, and not just for donuts.
Who asked me for a cigarette?
That's Dyer, coffee and a smoke. Reverend Al is my hero. My hero. That's enough.
This is their home. I'm coming to their home. I'm bringing them a little gift like you'd bring a bottle of wine.
I haven't got a tent, but I do have a tarp for you.
Oh yeah, it's her.
Tarps are really important because I can't afford tents. So if somebody has a little initiative, they could take a tarp and make a tent out of it, right?
Yes, you just take about 4 or 5 of them and you put them together and create a roof.
What are you after? I haven't got a sleeping bag, but I do have a tarp.
Okay, we're out of here, I think.
He zooms around, he goes down the street, he stops everywhere along the street.
Good
He
morning.
cares about homeless people.
Reverend Al, I'm just dropping you off your cigarette there and a donut.
Now it's time for house calls in shop doorways
Good morning.
and dark parks. At this park, an older couple's tent is leaking, and so is Reverend Al's claim that he doesn't give out tents.
You don't know where you got this, how you got this?
I'm gonna leave you.
Okay, good, good, good.
That gentleman married us.
Yeah. Okay, you guys have a good day now.
At 69, this is what Reverend Al does in retirement. Before Altisic became a reverend, he was an engineer in Ottawa. But even then, the plight of the homeless tugged at his heartstrings because of something he saw one Christmas Eve.
It's snowing and I see somebody lying across the sidewalk and I see someone in a Salvation Army uniform stepping over him, and I think, boy, the church has got to be better than that.
He went up to help the man and discovered it was his own father who had abandoned his family.
And that really starts me on the journey of wanting to give my life to the people that are on the street.
He's been doing that in Victoria for 25 years. People point to this multi-million-dollar center for the homeless as Reverend Al's greatest accomplishment. But the bigger our place got, the more removed he felt from his true calling.
You're all like, oh, you're strewn all about. How strewn about is it when I can pack it up in 5 seconds? Awesome.
Sometimes society can't reach the hardcore homeless. That's when Reverend Al steps in, and his nonprofit, the Dandelion Society.
Hey!
Okay, Al, how you doing, buddy?
Very good, how are you? Come on in.
When Reverend Al met Terry M. Sully, 2 men had urinated on his sleeping bag on a frigid night.
So when Al saw me, I was just starting to wake up. He leaned over me and said, "My name is Reverend Al," and he goes, "You're going to freeze to death if I don't get you out of here right now." And he wrapped me up in a... Excuse me.
You're getting soft, old man.
He wrapped me up and put me in his car.
Al found an apartment that had been condemned by the city, restored it with his own labor, and gave Terry a home of his own.
He said, "It's yours."
Not every story ends like this.
Nothing.
I bury 2 people a week, an average of 2 a week. This week I'm burying 5. Take care of himself, that's the only thing I ask.
Altisic loves the homeless like he loves his family. And whatever tomorrow brings, he'll be there for them, with donuts and dry socks and something else in short supply on the street: hope.
1 coffee.